Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. I'm Carl here at Stacey Guitar Tuition, and today we're going to talk about 3 things that I think you should be mindful of when you're about to go get a music degree. Let's get into it. Okay, so quick backstory. This is a follow-on video from my previous video, which was talking about attending music college and going to college for music. Naturally, in my experience as well, 10 years ago I graduated from university for music and a music degree. Studied for 3 years, foundation degree, following on to a BA, so it was 2013 to 2016. So it was even longer when I started university, but 10 years ago is when I graduated, and I've worked in music ever since, which has been absolutely incredible, and I'm super grateful for that. But if you're one of those people that's currently thinking about getting a degree in music, or you're considering it, or it's something on the cards for the future, or you're about to start, whatever the case may be, this video is for you. And I want to give you 3 things to be mindful and careful of, and just really make sure you're aware of before you knuckle down and make a start, alright? First thing I want to mention in this video today is, it goes without saying, it's a pretty obvious thing, right? Everyone knows that university costs money, right? So my advice for this number 1 thing is don't waste your own time and don't waste lecturers' time, okay? All of the lecturers that work there are there to do a job. They're there to be incredibly professional, incredibly helpful. They're there to give you the most that you can possibly get for your money and for your time and everything that you're investing into that. So don't waste their time. Make sure you turn up on time. Make sure you put the work in. Make sure you're dedicated. Make sure you're not wasting the money that you're spending, all right? And then obviously that goes and drip feeds into your own personal time as right. University is a different thing to college. College you don't necessarily have to take as seriously. You can kind of get by a lot easier at the lower level. It's easier to pass things and get the grades and this, that, and the other, right? There's a lot of people that I knew during college that kind of just sailed past because maybe they weren't sure on where they were going to go or if music was for them and these sorts of things, right? You're still young, still figuring it out a little bit. But if you're committing to a good degree, I would assume it means that you're pretty serious about working in the music industry and working in music in general. Therefore, you can't be wasting your time. You're spending a lot of money on this degree. You can't be wasting lecturers' time because they're putting a lot of time, work, and effort and professional advice and help into the things that they're delivering for you, okay? The second thing I want you to be careful and mindful and aware of, at the very least in this video, is take every opportunity that you can get, okay? While I was studying my degree was the first time that I started teaching one-on-one guitar lessons, all right? And it was the first time I also started working in a school and getting that experience as well. I was really grateful and really fortunate that the course coordinator at the time recognized that I was dedicated, hardworking, always on time, these sorts of things I've mentioned in the previous video as well, that you obviously want to make sure that you are and are doing. And he offered these opportunities to me. He was like, all right, I think I had like up to 3 private students throughout university, which at the time was a big deal. It was a big thing, right? I was making pocket money. It was the first time I started getting paid to work in music and things like this. And obviously that positively domino affected and went into kind of everything I've built now and everything I'm currently doing, which was incredible. And same goes for the school. I got offered a school opportunity and that changed my life as well because it was the first time that I'd had that experience, first time I'd had that chance. You can't say no to any and every opportunity that might come up. I'm not saying that the people at your university will offer you anything. I don't know how it is different to different. Mine was a unique circumstance and situation, of course. It might be different for you. But if any opportunity comes up, whether it's internal or external, at uni, while studying university, all these sorts of things, definitely say yes no matter what it is and just figure it out later, all right? You can deal with it later. Say yes first and deal with it later. It's all good. And the third and final thing I want to mention, I want you to be careful of and mindful of while studying your music degree is when you leave, all right? Say it's 2 years or 3 years or whatever, at the end of your term when you're about to leave and pass and you've put all the hard work in, you've put the dedication in, you've put the time in, you've put everything you can possibly put into it to get the most out of it as possible, which is the plan, which is the goal, right? Make sure that you have good terms with everyone there and you keep in touch with everyone there as well. That's possibly some lecturers, it might, you know what I mean? There's a bit of a line there where it might not be possible, but again, in my circumstance, in my situation, it was possible. Most importantly, of course, all of the people that you're studying with, right? Make sure that you keep in touch with them, that you're on good terms with them, because like I mentioned in the previous video, you never know where that can lead and where that will lead, right? Obviously, when you're studying a degree, it's to work in music, right? It's to work professionally in the industry. Therefore, a lot of that is about who you know as much as what you know and all of these things, right? You want to make the most out of it and take the most out of it. Therefore, keep in touch, keep on good terms, reach out every so often. If any opportunities come up on your side, offer it to them. and the universe will return that back to you. If any opportunities come up for them, they will then return that back to you. That's just how human decency works, right? So I can't stress that enough as well. All right, so thank you very much once again for watching and listening today. I hope this helps you on your journey for music education and getting started working in the music industry. As always, if you have any thoughts or questions, leave them down, and I'm glad to help and happy to help. You can check out all my links down below for guitar, bass, and ukulele lessons and everything else that I do within the music industry, and all the videos on my YouTube channel, of course. But if you are starting university, good luck. I hope it goes well, and I hope this video has helped in some kind of capacity, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.